I made this today. It's a battery shelf for, the kayak. So let me show you how I built it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I built this battery shelf today, and the reason for building this is last season I dealt with a battery with Velcro on the bottom. You can actually still see it's got some sticky residue on it. I put Velcro on this, I put Velcro on the hull, and it failed. As soon as I pulled the battery off with the Velcro would stay stuck to the battery and wouldn't stay stuck to the hull. I tried different types of Velcro, it still didn't work. Then I moved on to some type of a case to put this in, but then putting it in a case again, it just roll around in the kayak. It was annoying. So this season, I decided to build this battery shelf. And I put a lot of thought into it and how I wanted it to work inside the kayak. I didn't want to put fasteners in it. At the end, I do have two fasteners on the top that I'm using to kind of stabilize it. But the rest of it is held in with a strap in the back, and I'll show you how I did that. But first, let me show you what this is. So this is made out of black king starboard. Give you kind of what it looks like. If you are thinking about doing something like this, how I went about this project, in basically all the projects that I make out of starboard, is I start off with templates, and I make them out of cardboard. And I started out with this here. I wanted to make it as small as possible just because starboard is a little bit heavy and I don't want to have too much weight on the boat. And being 1/2 inch, it's a little bit heavy. So I wanted to get it as small as I can get it, but still large enough to do the job that I needed to do. So I started out with a piece of cardboard like this. This piece right here is actually this thing right here. And this piece of cardboard, once I put this in the boat, I noticed that it did this. So I had to make a piece that would lock into the hull so it wouldn't move. And I made it out of cardboard so I can transfer it onto this. So let's go over what this is. So these cleats are also, everything on here is made out of starboard. So these cleats hold the battery, like so. Just like that. This cleat I cut so it does this, and what that does is it keeps the battery from coming out. This cleat in the back here fits on the back side of where the sonar pod goes. It kind of keys into there and it stops it from doing this. This piece up front here keys into the bottom of the bow of the kayak, which stops it from going this way. So I was having movement up and down, but I took care of that with adding a piece up on top here. I'll show you that when we get to the boat. So let's bring it to the boat so you can actually see how this actually works and functions. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm going to bring the camera inside here so you can actually see. Okay, so now I put you inside the hull, and I wanted to show you the strap that I put in here. So this strap right here goes around this here, this is actually the pod for the fish finder. And I did not go around the scuppers because I didn't want to put any pressure on the scuppers. And if you're doing this and putting a strap in, avoid the scuppers, just because you don't want to have something catastrophic happen where you puncture the scupper somehow and you end up sinking. But going to this piece here, which is a solid piece here, it's not the scuppers, it's actually
Like I said, this is the piece that has the fish finder, the sonar pod in it. So I wrapped around that. And up on top here, this is where it's going to key in up here. So let me get the shelf in so I can show you. It looks like you're a little bit on an angle, but you can still see how it goes in. Oh, you know, I also put gasket on the bottom of all these. I figured I would do that so if it was plastic on plastic, I don't want to have any abrasion. So I'm going to go up underneath like that. In there? No. Right, now I'm in. Okay. So now it's in place. You can still see that there's some movement. You can see how this keys into the hull. There's movement. Once I strap it, it'll get a little bit more tighter. So let me strap it. There are some loose wires that are in here, and that is because I am actually going to be doing another video on hooking up my lights with an actual switch. I'm actually using a Yak power switch. Alright, so then what I do is I just do this. Just like that. So now this strap is holding this in place. Look how much stronger this just got. Now it still has movement like this, but I took care of that too. Let me show you the solution for that one. So what I did is I made this, look. That's kind of how I did that. And screw that in. So this is screwing into these cleats down here. And then this is screwing in up on the top of the kayak. One screw. Two. And then there's one that goes up on top. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you might be able to see it. Goes in like this. Tight, just like so. You don't want to over tighten them, you don't want to strip them. It is plastic. But now look, it's a lot less movement. And let's put the battery in. So let's install the battery. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, something like that. See how it just locked in? And then you reach in here and I grab this little tab and I slide it like that. Now it's locked. It's not going to come out. And it will stay in there just like so, without moving around, without sliding all over the place. So that's how I kind of resolved all that. I think this is going to work out a lot better for me this year. It's a lot more thought out. It's a lot more stable than just sitting in the kayak sliding all around. And next week I am installing Yak Power, which is this. This is the actual switcher. I am going to put that something like this. That's what I am thinking. I'm working on. It's going to be something like that. I don't know if you can see it, but it goes inside there like that. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So, as usual, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Bye.